Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
He'll drop to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green, 39.
Back to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew. One thing, it wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though, and it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right, that opening drive, keep those chains moving.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Tevin Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now a first down throw for Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the 50, Newton. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Newton. sack him on the final play of the first quarter. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll run it here. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal, here's the up, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Falcons now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
All right, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's incomplete. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
This is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now let's go.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
We know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
losing yardage to the 9. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. On second down, here's Newton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have the first down here, but hold on, as there's a flag on the field, and I think someone got held. Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This quarterback now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
3-19! Gone!
Here's Coleman. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Coleman on the toss. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
All right, here we go. Green.
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if somebody got the casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevenson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Coleman now. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more, plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
And they'll go on the ground. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Falcons on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice run leaves them just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. to try it here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ted McKinley in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on fourth, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
So with that neat 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Atlanta, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.